Hey guys, how's it going? I'm more Fatty. I'm going to get into my league versus league drives here shortly. Just wanted to show you guys, a couple things here. So the most feared promo did drop yesterday, last night. I was able to complete the Master 93 GRONK set. So yeah, I just want to show them to you guys real quick. And also, before I do that, I'm going to switch in my offensive coaches here. So I'm rolling with Andy Reid and Jason Garrett for my offensive drives. Every time before I play my league versus league drives, I will switch my offensive coaches in just to, kind of boost my offense, try and give it a little bit more of an advantage. Yeah, so before we look at GRONK real quick, this Landon Collins is one of the sets that you have to complete to get the 93 GRONK. He looks like a pretty solid fullback in my opinion. I like my fullback to be able to catch the ball well out of the backfield. He has great receiving stats. His run block is a little bit low, but his awareness and strength should make up for that. So far in gameplay, he hasn't been missing that many blocks for me on the run, so we'll see here if that continues in these drives. And the most feared, the Master GRONK here, the 93. I do have him trained up to 103, so I've trained him up 10 levels. You can see here, his stats look pretty awesome. He is also 6 feet 6 inches tall, so there's that, having to deal with that kind of a size safety on the right side. Most people, they do throw more to the right, so having GRONK over there is solid in my opinion. So you can see here his awareness and play recognition still need to be trained up a little bit. He's not perfect there yet. He needs 3 to 4 more levels. But his catch, his hit power, his zone coverage, his speed is already capped out. And what I mean by that is so far at this point this year, it looks like there was a test done by Systematic Front. It looks like speed and most stats are capping out at 99. They saw there was no difference between the speed of a 99 speed Randy Moss and a 102 speed Randy Moss. He ran the same exact 40 time. So apparently stats are capped after 99 at this point in the year. But his play rec and awareness, they do need to get those up a little bit. But he gives a +2 boost to pursuit, which is a pretty solid boost. And he's just a monster. So it's awesome to have him back there on my defense. I think it's really important to have good safeties on the D. I do have Eric Berry trained up to a 105, the 24/7. You see his stats here are great. His awareness and play rec already over 99 apiece. Capped out at speed and, 95 catch. I mean, just a solid coverage safety as well. And, also pretty good in the run game when you consider that his tackle and hit power are pretty high. And I think his block shedding is up to par. So yeah, that's the what the most feared GRONK looks like there, and this is kind of what my D looks like. This Xavier Rhodes, this Color Rush Rhodes is definitely a beast. You can see his strength, well over 99, tackle and hit power. He is just an animal in the run game. That's why I have him at cornerback 2. So yeah, that's what it's looking like here. And one of the awards that you do get is this little logo here. I guess I could show you guys that real quick as well. So for completing the sets, you get these bat style uniforms. For the GRONK one, that is anyways. For the GRONK one, you get the bat style uniform, and you get this most feared bats. And the home one is pretty ugly. I'm not going to be wearing that like ever. It's like black and blue, and it's pretty hideous, but I think the away one's solid enough that I'll wear that. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so the black and blue, I'm not really a fan of that. So I actually really do like these Bills Color Rush unis. Yeah, I'm gonna actually roll with those today. I was using just the Patriots ones for a while. They're okay too. They're kind of plain. I love these Bills ones though, and what they do kind of remind me of is the Patriots throwback jerseys, the red ones, with the like before the Flying Elvis that has like the the guy on the ground snapping the ball. with the like the Patriot guy. It's like a picture of a Patriot, and he's holding the ball on the ground like a center. And they're the color of those jerseys. The home ones are all red, or the top ones are red. I mean, the top of the jerseys, the shirts are red. I think the pants are like white, but I love those throwbacks. You know, there's so many jerseys in the NFL that I wish most teams went back to. I can think of a handful off the top of my head, like the Patriots ones before the Flying Elvis. Definitely, those red ones are just awesome. The Rams throwbacks, those things are awesome. I like the Chargers throwbacks, the powder blues. You know, there's just so many throwbacks that I feel like NFL needs to go back that route. They just look awesome, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go with those red ones because they do kind of look like those Patriots throwbacks a little bit. And you know, I have my coaches in, so we should be good to play here. I'm gonna play my league versus league drives. So we did go through a span where we played 3 matches in a row against top 250 leagues, 1 against the top 100. We went 3-0, so we are climbing up the ranks here pretty well. And I've been on a pretty good streak too. So this is kind of a cupcake here. There's no one really that's really that high. I think this guy that's the 94 is going to be the highest. And I will go ahead and play him. Let's scout his defense real quick. That's what I always like to do. I like to look at the defense coverage stats. Okay, Bowman, you know, average speed, average coverage. Nothing really to be too concerned about. I do like to look at defensive ends as well, because what I usually have the most trouble with is fast defensive ends. Neither of these defensive ends are fast, so that's good. And then safeties as well. So second middle linebacker, don't really actually need to worry about that because I don't think his defense is a 3-4. Although all defenses this year are lining up in 3-4s and 4-3s, it seems to me at least. Okay, free safety, Ronnie Lott, not the greatest. Okay, so he does have a good strong safety. I would say this guy's solid. 95 speed, pretty high coverage stats. His awareness is a little bit low. His play rec is a little bit low. Should be able to still throw in his direction, but we do need to be aware that it's a pretty solid safety. But other than that, not much really to be concerned about. Actually, the one thing I didn't look at was his right outside linebacker, Nick Perry, and that's why I didn't look at him, because he looked like he was terrible. Yeah, I mean, this is not ideal to have a linebacker like this at right outside linebacker. This guy will get exposed in coverage. In all base formations, there's no way he's going to be able to cover anybody. You know, his speed is a little bit above average for linebacker, but his coverage stats are poor. And yeah, he's really just a pass rushing linebacker. And same thing with Clay Matthews. So this guy's outside linebackers are really bad. He's got pass rushing linebackers on both sides of the ball. That's going to be a liability, especially against teams that like to throw the ball a lot, which is me. And this guy's run heavy too. Run heavy and play action. So his game plan probably is going to be pretty weak. Turn the ball from midfield here. And I'm going to go ahead and go with motion cross, my first play. Okay, so nickel formation is the counter for motion cross, so it's possible he has this countered. As long as it's not critically countered, I can still get it to Devontae Adams coming across the middle. How we'll know if it's critically countered is if he drops 9 into coverage. So if it's critically countered, this is one of the best counter plays in the game. I mean, sorry, not critically countered, but if it's countered and it's not critical, this is one of the best counter plays in the game to be able to break. And the play is 9 Velcro. And what 9 Velcro is the defense drops 9 men into coverage, only rushing the 2 defensive tackles, leaving massive holes in their coverage and making it very easy to complete the ball to Adams. As long as it's not critically countered and I get a little bit of time, I can scramble to the right and should be able to get it to Adams. So that's what we're going to do here. And either way, if it's actually not countered, then it depends on if it's man or zone. And if it's zone, it's going to Moss or GRONK. If it's zone, it's going to Adams, and if it's man, it's going to Moss or GRONK. So that's kind of the pre-snap read here on the plan for this play. So, yeah, let's go ahead and snap the ball, see if it's... Yep, it's countered. You can see he's in Velcro there. He's only got two guys in coverage. Adams is still wide open. And that is a very, very easy counter to break as long as it's not critical. Okay, and it was soft countered, so that's good information for us. Go ahead here and call spread slot flags. He also doesn't have that countered. Counter for that is the dime. He's in a nickel. He's in a 4-3. Looks like he's blitzing a linebacker, possibly. Although sometimes they do come up and fake the blitz. So here, the read here is I'm reading the left side of the field. It's either going to Moss or Adams. If it's man, I'm going to hit Adams. And if it's zone, I'm going to hit Moss. If it's a deep zone, I'm going to hit Adams. Okay, so it's a deep zone. Adams wide open underneath. Able to hit him there for the first down. So this is good. We now have two plays that we know he does not have countered that are very useful plays for later type down situations. So I'm going to call one more play that I want to make sure he doesn't have countered, which he doesn't. Halfback option. Okay, counter for this is nickel, so he doesn't have this countered either. He could be blitzing here. If it's man, I'm going to hit Falk because this... So this is great. I love when my halfback gets matched up against linebackers. Barely any linebacker in the game can cover Falk, and definitely Bowman is not going to be able to cover him. So yeah, if it's man, I'm definitely going to be looking to Falk on the out route to the right. And if it's zone, I'm going to be going up top to either GRONK or Moss, depending on which way the defense kind of slides towards. Okay, he's only rushing 4. And I actually, yeah, so I got a late read on that. So I just ended up dumping it away. Not ideal, but it's fine because we know he doesn't have that countered either. So I'm going to go here with the shorter type pass. Trips tight end, wide receiver corner. Okay, counter for this is also nickel, and it's the same play actually for motion cross, so we know this isn't countered either. The read here is I'm going to either go to Falk or GRONK. Usually Gronk's open, and I can just roll the right and hit him. And GRONK does end up being open eventually. We get it to him. Let's see if we can... Not able to break the tackle, but we are up almost inside the 10-yard line. I'm going to call a pass here to the left. Dime is a counter for this, so this is going to be open as well. He does have a unique zone coverage there, so I have to get it to Crabtree. And we're going to go ahead here and call fullback flare and flipped and get it in the end zone. Okay, he does look like he might have this counter. It's a 3-4, so I'm still going to try to get it to the fullback. Yeah, so he did actually counter that. Soft counter, though. Probably was a little risky to try to get that there, but I tried anyways. Let's see, what do I want to go with? I'm going to go ahead and call curl flats here. Actually, I think the counter for curl flats is nickel. Let's make sure. Do I have it on this sheet? I do. Yeah, counter formation is nickel for this. So if it's a high snap, I know it's countered. Cover 2 means I can't get it underneath, so I have to scramble. It might be countered, but I'm able to get it in anyways. And actually, I think it was countered. Let's see. Oh, I just paused. Yeah, I think I just paused the video, but then I started recording it again. So hopefully this is still recording. Well, let's see if that was countered. It wasn't countered. Okay. Okay, yeah, I just paused the video again for a second, unpaused it. I just wanted to make sure that I'm playing here. Okay, and my plan here is not to flip toss because it hasn't been working as well in league versus league. So I'm not going to flip it, and I'm going to hope I can get 24 today. Not able to get in. I'm just having all types of trouble with toss lately in league versus league. Alright, so at least we know that game plan's wide open. It's probably not live countering. So I'm going to try flipping toss again. And let's see here. What do I want to go with? I'm going to go with halfback option. The zone coverage. Adams is going to be open all the way over there. So sometimes if the safety slide over, I can't get that up to Gronk. I probably could have tried to get it up to Moss, but decided to go the safer route. I'm going to go trips tight end deep attack here. Counter is a dime for this, so it could be countered. It isn't countered though. And actually, oof. Alright, well, I guess right there I should either scramble or try and get it up to Adams. I've had that coverage before. I should have just got it up to Adams, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to go with fullback middle here, strong eye fullback middle. Counter for this is it, I believe it's 3-4, it might be 4-3. It is 4-3, so it's possible it's countered. Doesn't seem like it's countered. But I got no blocking, so I did have to get it off quick. Let's see here. Was that countered? No, it wasn't. Okay, so third and long, I'm going to flip spread slot flags and call it. Look to either Gronk or Crabtree. And that didn't work out. All right, I'm going to go with motion cross here. If it's man, it's going to either Moss or Gronk. If it's zone, I'm going to get it to Adams. It is man. Okay, we're able to get it to Gronk. Pretty frustrating that I have to convert a fourth down, but I'm going to go ahead and run the ball here. Calling a short pass, either going to Gronk or the halfback Falk. And Falk's wide open, and he drops it. Gronk was also open there. I probably could have hit him as well. I'm going to call, let's see, what do I want to call? What do I want to call here? Let's see. I'm going to call strong eye fullback middle again. I'm either going to get it to Gronk or the fullback. Should be able to get it to Gronk. Alright, I'm going to call empty trip shell across here. Flip it and get it to Moss going across the field. Counter is a dime for this, so he might have it countered. We got the linebacker out in coverage there. It's ideal. He's in man. It's even better. Perfect. That's why I love Falk in this game. Marshall Falk. You know, and I was a fan of Falk growing up. You know, going through middle school and high school, Falk was Marshall Falk for me. He was in his prime. Actually, I think it was more through, towards the end of middle school, beginning of high school. Marshall Falk, you know, was lighting it up with the Rams. He's an awesome receiving halfback in this game, and he's serviceable enough in the run game as well. That I just, you know, but whenever he gets matched up against a linebacker, that's like, you got to exploit that if you can. And that's also why I put Moss in the slot. You know, not only do I like a lot of the slot, I have Randy Moss as well. Actually, I haven't been using him at all here. I've just been going to GRONK, but I do like to put my favorite wide receiver in the slot because, one, there's a lot of good routes that the slot runs, but also your slot a lot of the time will get matched up against a safety or a linebacker, and that's also a huge mismatch to have Moss line matched up with either of those two. All right, so we're able to get that in. Annoying again, two matches in a row where I had to convert fourth downs. I would like to be better than that. And I think the minor mistake I made there was on third down, I would have liked to have ran the ball, but I hadn't tested for any run plays, so I didn't want to run it on third down there. On third and long, the run is very, very effective. But now that I've tested for weak eye double counter, I know I can run it next time if I get into a third and medium, third and long type situation. Yeah, I'm going to go with trips tight end play action deep attack here. Moss gets a good block. Jeez, Crabtree got blown up coming across the middle. That's interesting to see. All right, I'm going to call a short pass to the left. Looks like it's going to be a blitz, either Crabtree or Moss. Or Falk. All right, I'm going to call empty, trip shallow cross again, get it to Falk coming across the field. He's got a linebacker on him again. This guy's not going to be able to cover him if it's man. And it is man. And he exposes him. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to go with double hitch on first down here. Okay, it is a deep zone, so I have to get it underneath. And should I go with, I'm going to go with the run here on first down. I wish Kyle Long could have gotten that block on the linebacker that ended up tackling me. It probably could have been a touchdown, but still able to pick up good yardage. I'm going to call trip strong flood. All right, we're able to get it in. Wait, it's 3-4 is counter for this, so we know it's countered. I'm going to wait for the middle linebacker to come up to the line of scrimmage and then snap the ball. Hope I can get it to the pylon. All right, we're able to get it in for 22. Not happy again that I had to convert a fourth down. I do have to get a little bit more efficient in my play calling. I should have tested for a run, but it is what it is. Happy with the 22. Thanks for watching. Any pointers, greatly appreciated. Have a good day.